DJI Osmo Pocket 3. This is my first impressions. My wife bought one. I used original Osmo Pocket 1. This is the first time I will look at it. I have never used Pocket 3 before. Whoa! This is a lot bigger than I was expecting. It's almost double the size. Weight is not very different, but it's a lot chunkier than I was expecting. I want to turn them on. Oh, this is the DJI thing. I can't use it without my phone for the first time. DJI, I'm tired of this. Why they want me to download their stuff? Of course, I will download it, but I want to use it as a standalone device without any obstacles in my way. I need to... Oh. I need to download DJI Mimo app. It's 500 megabytes. Always wanted my phone to have less memory. This is the same Mimo app that was used for Osmo One. It's very similar for their drones, DJI Fly. I like it. Installation process is relatively easy. I think that every person can do this despite of their age. Oh, it's almost done. I love this new screen. It's very big. For example, if we compare it with Osmo One, you can see that it is night and day difference. Immediately I can tell that new Osmo Pocket 3 exposes the face, while old Pocket 1 always make my face darker in automatic modes. Look at the difference of the lens. DJI tells that it is 1 inch. It is not. It is smaller, but all modern manufacturers claim 1 inch. Smartphone manufacturers, 1 inch. Camera manufacturers call it 1 inch. In reality, it is a lot smaller. But it is bigger than the previous Pocket 1. And I think that image quality will be a lot nicer. It's very dark here. Ergonomic wise, I can tell that new one is a lot better, because old one is small, it easily fits in your palm, while this one, this large screen, kinda goes in your way. By the way, I want to test the wake up time. 1, 2, 3. It wants me to update. Oh my god, why does it need Wi-Fi? DJI, please, just let me use your device straight out of the box. Okay, I take in my words back about a relatively easy connection. I can connect my Pocket to my phone. It was already connected, it asked for update. I will deal with it later. I noticed one thing. It was 10 to 15 minutes and battery is already 20%. It was 25 when I started. Camera is very warm to the touch. It's very noticeable and battery drains like crazy. Now it is in 4K resolution and 50 frames per second. Already 11%. So battery in this thing drains like crazy. It is first thing that I notice. Okay, I will try to delete and reinstall Mimo app. Come on. Alright, it took me a solid hour to figure out what was happening. I just changed Wi-Fi frequency from 5 GHz to 2.4 GHz. Maybe it will help you. I want to be clear. This is just my first impression of unboxing this device. This device I bought for my wife. She is not very experienced in all this camera gear. I bet she will never ever understand what the issue were. For example, if some old people use this. Maybe it's just my case, but maybe in your case it will be different. But I remember that Mimo app in my first DJI Osmo had several problems with connection also. I need to spend more time with this. Let's compare some image quality and then I will tell everything that I like with this new device, everything that I don't like, and of course I will make a full review of this unit. I need a couple of days to use it properly, because Osmo Pocket 1, I always used it as my daily driver with my work. In my real estate work, I shoot some YouTube videos for my other YouTube channels, also some personal stuff, and it is very compact, it is very easy to film. No one will look at it like you are doing some crazy stuff with professional camera. I am very interested in this new device. Maybe I want to upgrade, maybe not, because this is cost me 5 times more than first one. So I want to be sure that this upgrade is worth it for me. I think that is no-brainer for my wife, because I'm sure that for YouTube stuff, for the blog, you need a standalone device, not your phone, something that won't distract you from work, something that will have separate video, audio files out of your personal device. So no more talking, let's compare the image quality of these two devices, and I will tell you my first impressions. What is good, what is bad, what I like, what I don't like. Let's test the devices in very rough low light conditions. I set everything to 4K 50 frames per second, and all settings are equal. 150 of the shutter and 3200 ISO. On the screen I see that Pocket 3s look very brighter and Pocket 1 is darker. Let's test onboard microphones. On the left you can see the old Pocket 1, cheap little Pocket 1. I bought it for $120, brand new. And this big boy cost me $600 for the normal package. Creators combo will cost me a lot more. On the left you can hear onboard microphones of the Osmo Pocket 3, and on the right you can see and listen to the microphones of the Osmo Pocket 1. How is the stabilization? On the arm length I do not feel the weight difference. Maybe in small woman's or old lady hand it will matter a lot more. Let's test running. And let's test running. I'm running pretty hard. Maybe we can toss a Sony camera in the mix to see if the image quality can be rivaled. So Pocket 1 is 5 times the price of the Pocket 3 right now for my region in general, and this is small Sony camera, and it will cost the Pocket 1 cost roughly 10 times of this camera body plus lens. And Pocket 3, this is Sony ZVE-10, they are somewhat comparable, but of course this is Sony lens, it costs the same price as this body, so price is double for Pocket 3, but it has wider aperture of 1.4. Maybe it will completely destroy the Pocket in terms of image quality. On the right we are looking at the Osmo Pocket 3. In the middle we are looking at Osmo Pocket 1, and this is on the left Sony mirrorless camera with 1.4 aperture, all pockets set to ISO 3200 in video mode, and Sony set to the ISO 250. Sony, what is your autofocus? So if we set ISO to 3200, we are getting way overexposed image. I do not need to set it that much. We will set it to 1000 ISO. I'm using 50mm lens. You can see for yourself. Of course, this is 50mm Sony 1.4. Of course, Sony do not have any stabilization in their bodies. By the way, Sony have gyroscopic data inside, but they do not use their hardware to stabilize footage in real time. You can stabilize it in post using the proprietary software, but I will never use it in these conditions. It is too much hassle. I want to save my time, not to increase it in post. So, what do you think? What do you think about it? Is Sony too much shake? Maybe I can turn on active stabilization right now and you will see. Active stabilization crops very hard. Does it make any difference in terms of stabilization? Maybe I will have a little run. It's heavy. My arm burns and I can hold 2 pockets, no problem. Sony is very uncomfortable to hold. Of course I can buy smaller lens, but it will gather less light. So, by the way, how is audio of Sony camera? Pocket 3 looked very bright on the screen, that's why I changed ISO to 1600. Pocket 1 is still 3200, and on the Sony, what is wrong with your focus? Sony camera, I changed it to 400 ISO. And by the way, let's check microphones again. This is audio straight from the Sony ZVE-10. This is audio from Pocket 1. And this is audio from Pocket 3. I hope I didn't obscure a microphone with my hands. Maybe we will better do this. They both can be stand by their own. So let's check. Let's check once again audio quality. This is audio quality from the Sony ZVE-10. Maybe I said gains not very high. What is autofocus? Sony usually have nice autofocus. Low. This is audio straight from the Pocket 1, and this is audio straight from the Osmo Pocket 3. I will make comparison between all of them in depth. With all, I will try to make image better, because now we are in normal picture profiles and we are in the picture profiles off on the Sony. So I don't know, of course Pocket 3 is more comfortable, but as I see on the screen, Sony is focus hunting for some reason. I don't know why, but image quality is superior. Image quality is superior to the Pocket cameras, without without a doubt. But of course, why Sony is focus hunting? What the hell? Of course, Sony has bad stabilization. Sony do not have any stabilization, while Pocket 3 is very smooth, no matter what I'm doing. What a time to be alive. All the technology went high. I have downloaded firmware update that popped up, and couple of new adjustments appeared. I lowered the sharpness to -2. I wish I can turn it off completely, and I made noise reduction to -1. Let's compare it to the brand new low light that appeared in the shooting options. Okay, and lastly, for my quick first thoughts, I want to see in full auto compared to the low light mode, but I think that there is no visible very impressive difference between these two modes. This is full auto normal video mode. I have switched to dedicated low light mode. Do we have any difference? Maybe highlights in the background are more visible. I don't sure, but what I can tell by looking at this large screen, which I like a lot, I do not see any difference with normal shooting mode. The image is the same. Maybe when we compare it on the big computer screen, we can pixel peep and look what is different. And also I want to compare it to Sony ZVE-10 with ISO 1600 in the S-Log3 mode. Oh, it's heavy. Oh, my arm burns. Oh, with extra battery brick, because battery died. Also, this is the problem not with this Sony. I noticed that Pocket 3 drains battery very fast. Maybe because I was setting it up, but we will check. Alright, 4K 50. .750. NATP 50. Physical dimensions is noticeably larger. The screen, it is big and rotates. I can turn Pocket 3 on simply by rotating the screen. And I noticed that it turns on and ready to shoot almost instantly. Huge improvement. Lens. It is also bigger, because we got almost 1 inch, but not exactly sensor. Operating the device became easier. UI is more responsive. Easy to press the buttons on the interface. Whoa, in person it is really larger in size. Otherwise they look very similar. Not sure that it is easier to hold, though weight difference is not very noticeable. Look again how quickly you can start filming. But the screen sometimes gets in the way of fingers. Nitpicking of course, but can be a little annoying. Microphones. Pocket 3 has lots of microphones on different sides of its body. Pocket 3 comes with an extension grip that helps to solve issues that should never existed in the first place. I wish screw mount hole was on the main body of the device, and it does not have 3.5mm microphone and headphone jack, just like modern butchered smartphones, not so cool. Extension has its own 1/4 mount screw and USB Type-C, but no 3.5mm audio jack. My god, just stop it please. It has a clamp system that snaps in by button press. I can't take it off by brute force or bend it to sides, but it wiggles and moves. I won't use it in extreme condition like on the car mount. It is just for casual use. Also, I do not think that it will fall off easily. With this extension grip, it is more comfortable to hold and screen does not get in the way so much. Screen is really joy to operate. Also, this extension can be used as a quick release plate. Very useful, but it can be done cheaper. And I'd rather have built-in features. Case. For my taste, protective case is easier to use on the Pocket 1, better to grip and take out of it, easier to put back inside. Pocket 3 case is somewhat clunkier, not comfortable to hold. Bottom side sticks out, you need to grab it from the bottom. I do not feel like this is very secure. If it falls on the bottom, it may crash and fall off. Pocket 1 do not have these problems. I can easily take out microSD from Pocket 1 with the case on it, where I can't do it on Pocket 3, because it partially covers memory slot. Also, I noticed that it is possible for me to see battery indication on the Pocket 1 while charging with the case on. I can't do it on the Pocket 3. I need to take it out of the case and rotate it to see how much it has charged. Little bit annoying. Sometimes it is hard to align Pocket 3 inside and it does not fit the case properly. It happens more frequently than I want to. Oh, cool little feature. I can store in the filters CPL filters or lens or mist filters or else inside this case. And it has place to clamp wireless receiver or microphone transmitter. I can use it as a standalone microphone stick. Nice. Mixed feelings about this protective case. Pocketable camera? Increased size makes it fit less places, of course. It is a lot easier than conventional camera, but it definitely feels in your pants if you go light on vacation, for example. The weight drags it down and it sticks out of the pocket more, especially if we add extension grip. Pocket 1, for example, is a true pocketable camera and I enjoy its form factor more. By the way, Pocket 3 has built-in Wi-Fi module, so I don't have to buy and take with me additional overpriced modules and extensions. It is very easy to connect it to my phone, tablet. Nice. So I want to sum up some pluses and maybe minuses. For the pluses, of course, it has improved image quality. Cool. Almost 1 inch, but really not so sensor. Nice. Low light and noise performance improves. Good, bright and large screen. Easy to see, easy to press. Really improved audio. Built-in joystick, easy to control. Also built-in Wi-Fi module. Protective case, have storage places for ND filters, lenses, mist filters, CPL filters and so on. Also can attach microphone. And some minuses that I noticed, but better to say suggestions for our Alien Overlords to improve next iterations for Earthling peasants. DJI Mimo app, especially connection. Not so impressive. Battery life could be better. Make the battery replaceable. I do not want special equipment just to remove the only part that is guaranteed to die in the device. No headphone and microphone jack. Give me 3.5 microphone and headphone hole. Do not be like smartphone manufacturers that eventually will bring it back, will charge more money for it, and will sell it as a brand new pro luxurious feature. Protective case is clunky and not very practical. No built-in ND filters, just give us that. It's cool. No super slow motion features. I want 480, 960, 2000, 4000, 9000 frames per second, even if resolution is lower and if it is only in burst for second or two. Also, I want a pre-capture with a buffer for all of it. Everyone will use that if they know what it is, how to use it and how useful and awesome it is. You will never ever miss any important moment in your life. And final thoughts. I feel like this camera is awesome and nice upgrade over the last generations, but little bit pricey. Have nice low light, improved features, sound, but on the cost of portability. Quirks are minimal and can be lived with. Nothing major, except the lack of audio and microphone jack and lack of super slow motion with pre-capture in the buffer. This is unacceptable on any place in cosmos and is punishable by living inside a mortal robotic flesh body on the planet like ours for a couple of eons. Of course, I have to test it all more in my work and personal use. I will make a dedicated full in-depth review in the future. I bought Pocket 1 for $100, brand new. Pocket 3 for $560. ZVE-10 for $600 plus average cost of lens is $400. In general, I do not see a reason to sell Pocket 1 because of size and cost, but I definitely won't take my conventional heavy camera and gimbal for casual use ever again, until technology evolves out of stagnation. See you in the next video.